Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 44 of the Minnie Mice Show. I'm Mama Cynthia, and these are my two Minnie Mice. I'm Anita. I'm Ciala. We just want to say for those of you who are listening to our podcast on iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, and Spotify, you can also watch us on YouTube and Facebook. In addition, we love to interact with all our Instagram followers, so make sure you guys are following us at the Minnie Mice. We want to do something a little bit different, being that we're all in quarantine right now, and I know it's a little difficult. But we still want to have groove going, keep things going, and keep the magic alive, honestly. So with that, we wanted to bring back our podcast. What better way, right? Let's bring back the podcast so we have something to do and something to look forward to and get to interact with all of you guys. So we decided, why not start with something fun this time around? So with that being said, as many of you know, during every podcast and every time we go to the parks, our favorite accessory are our ears. I don't think we've ever gone to the parks and not had ears on. And not gonna lie, our signature ears are pretty much these ears. Well, mine anyway, probably my favorite ears. But they're from our favorite ear shop. And we have the privilege of being brand reps for our favorite ear shop, which is Disney Girl Ears. So today's guest and our feature guest is Karin Gonzales from Disney Girl Ears. Let's welcome Karin.
Hey guys, good to see you.
Good to see you too. First of all, I just want to say thank you so much for doing this. We are so grateful. We love you, and just thank you for agreeing to do this with us.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for having me. I'm really excited and always look forward to.
One question we always get asked a lot is, okay, where are your ears from? I've never seen them around the park. And that's probably one of our favorite questions ever, because we're like, you have Instagram? Let me show you real quick. And it's always real ears. So you're pretty popular in the parks, not gonna lie. I've had people stop me and actually take pictures of my ears because they're that eye-catching. And they're not only eye-catching, but they're well-made. And they're, beautifully made. The detail alone is just on another level. And the fact that they're comfortable is like our ears, as we all know, us girls, migraine alert right there, because it can really like mess you up. By the day, you've already got a major headache. You have dents in your head and the sides of your head. So being able, and for us to like, it's truly an honor, like for one, that we get to rep your ears. But it's, we wouldn't get behind something we didn't fully believe in. So you are, everyone here who's watching, Karin is the talent behind our ears. So Karin, question. Yeah. First of all, I want to say, how have you been doing during quarantine?
Well, I do still work full time. I'm in the healthcare business, so I'm still working Monday through Friday. However, evenings, weekends are pretty much working on open orders, which I'm trying to wrap up because our family is actually in the process of moving. So to add a little more salt in the wound, we've got that on our plate. So right now my shop is currently closed. I'm just trying to, I don't think it's fair to take on more orders and have my customers wait any longer than normal. And I'm also in between working on making masks for people. Being in healthcare, we know that the PPEs are really short supplied. So for my coworkers, friends, and family, I have family members that are high risk and have health issues. So I'm trying my best to whip masks out in between all that. But other than that, that's pretty much what's going on right now.
You're not doing much, girl. You're not
at all.
You're definitely, but I know what, you're in good spirit, so that says a lot. That's great. It shows to your character, and that's great. I'm happy for you. We just want to real quick. We met Karin in person about 2 years ago. It was May 2018. Karin and I first met online through Instagram, through the Disney community, as I've met most people here. And Karin and I hit it off right away. We had an instant connection, not only just, but like our hearts connected at the same time. Karin is an amazing individual, kind and generous, and she hits all the marks of just what a good person should be. So we instantly clicked, and when we met her in person, it was like meeting a sister I hadn't seen in a long time, and we all just clicked, right? You were in downtown Disney.
Mm-hmm.
You were with your husband Johnny, and you were with your mom, I remember. And it was just so neat to finally see you in person and hug you and just be like, oh, I know you. We were all wearing ears. So it was just a fun moment. Yeah. And then later on, we were asked to be brand reps, and it's been an exciting journey for us ever since. So we're super happy about that. Okay, quick question. When did you start your shop and why?
Well, I officially started my Etsy shop in July 2017. What got me even going making ears was the typical headache from park ear. I never had any park ears. I had Christmas ones from a million years ago, but I would only be able to wear them in like half-hour increments because they gave me a headache. And I thought it was just me. I thought I just had this tremendous, I mean, I have a larger head, you know, I'll admit that. But I thought, like, what's wrong with me? I can't wear ears. So I never had them. I splurged and bought some on the 60th, the Diamond Celebration, because those were really cute. And I only wore them for a couple hours in the park. And then I asked if I could return them because I could not even wear them. So in May of 2016, I had signed up for my first Run Disney event. And I was like, I really want to be able to wear ears. So that's the first time I bought ears from a small shop and realized, and I even told her, like, I have a really large head. I need to have the biggest headband, blah, 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 blah. And that's when I fell in love with this concept of actually wearing ears and being able to wear them all day long. And then just started playing around with it. And that's how that, you know, it got started. But my official shop opened in July 2017.
Wow, that's great. And thank you for doing that. I'm glad that that all happened because it worked out for so many of us customers that just adore you. Yeah, you definitely stand out in the ear game, I got to say.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How long does it normally, okay, first backtrack. First pair of ears you ever made.
Okay, I have them. And they're comical because I was so proud of these ears. I was telling you, and I've talked about it before, that I made them, and I've never been a really crafty person, but I was like, oh yeah, I did it. So this is them.
Wow.
It really bothered my husband, the bow to ear ratio, because he said I was covering up all the pictures, but I was so proud. I took them to work. I shared them with all my coworkers, and they were so supportive, and like they didn't want to hurt my feelings. So they're like, oh, but yeah, that's how I started, and yeah, and it took a while before I even opened my shop because I wanted to make sure there was. Once I started going, then I had to figure out a pattern because I wanted to be consistent. I didn't want like some to be this size ear. So once I kind of figured out and got it down packed, the bow size versus the ear size and, you know, the ratio, because I can be a little OCD sometimes. So, and plus, you know, I'm not trying to sell or make something that is, you know, going to be all funky. I'm not perfect. Things happen. They are handmade, but my goal is to make something of good quality and looks. And
and you can tell in every single pair of ears, like at least with all the pairs we have, and we counted this morning, no judgment, but we have 33 pairs of Disney Girl ears.
Oh wow!
And every single one of them is made so beautifully, and you can tell they're unique and they're different. Erica is saying, hi Karen, hi ladies from the Minnie Mice, love you all. Thank you, Erica.
Hey Erica.
And Brenda, hi Karen. Karen, she loves your ears. You're a beautiful person. I couldn't agree more.
Thank you, Brenda.
How long did it take from that first pair of ears? Because you said you waited a while until you started your shop. How long would you say it took you to get from that first pair of ears to feeling confident and enough in a pair of ears for you to start a shop?
To actually start the shop, I would say, I mean, if you really did it by the time, I would say close to a year, at least maybe like 9 months. Just I would make them for friends and family, and then I got a little brave and I would put them on like we have like the Facebook Marketplace or little things like that here and there. And I would get the first time I got a customer, a paying customer, because I think I would just kind of post on Instagram. The first time I got a stranger customer, I like was in complete panic mode. I was like, what do I say? What do I do? And she's actually still a friend of mine. I actually found out that it was one of my coworkers' sisters, but I didn't know her. So I was like in complete panic. But yeah, so I just made them for close family and friends initially, and then kind of that way. And then eventually, like I said, once I kind of got it down packed for the most part, that I felt confident enough is when I was brave enough to flick that switch to Etsy.
There's so much potential and opportunity on the other side of fear, I feel. So that's great. I'm happy you did that. But quick question. From your first paying customer, do you remember what kind of ears it was? It a custom make ears, or did she just want like a color or design that you had already had?
I remember vaguely, but I believe she wanted Snow White, which I was so excited because those were my favorite color combos, kind of like this, the Sorcerer ones. I love the red and the royal blue and like the yellow or gold sequin. And also note, my original ears, this is not really sequin, but that's what amateur was. I thought it was. It's like a faux sequin. So I did these in the beginning too. I didn't know the difference between that and real sequin fabric either. But I had made her. I was so excited because I love that color combo. So she had that, and I can't remember what the other one, but she had ordered I think a couple of pair. So that was it.
Awesome. Anissa, you want to take over?
What are your favorite pair of ears?
My favorite. It's really hard to choose. I have to say the Sorcerer ones that you have on are one of my favorites. I don't even actually have a pair because I feel like every time I make them for myself, I end up giving them to somebody. Somebody's like, oh, and then or I'll be with a friend of the park because I enjoy making people smile. So when we're at the parks, you see me do giveaways and things like that. It's just, if I could do it without it costing money, I would totally just give ears away to everybody because that's what I like. But I like those, but iridescent, anything iridescent makes me happy. So I have a few colors here, actually. This is one of my favorite ones, the sea foam, and that one's really pretty. So I like anything that's iridescent. That makes me happy. And my most favorite is probably like the silver hollow or silver iridescent. I'm a sucker for that. And then this is a really cool color that it's a lavender, like a lilac iridescent that was really hard for me to get. So I only released a few pairs of these, but I made myself keep one because I knew I would regret it if I gave all these away. So iridescent is probably one of my, oh, and I like these new diamond dusted because these are super light, right? If you have a headache or you have a sensitive head, these are even lighter than those. And these are like not having anything on your head at all. So
we have, Sienna's actually wearing
the black ones.
Yeah,
my favorite casual are.
Oh yes.
Or my velvet ones.
Yeah, those ones. So pretty, and especially when you have your red on with that, Anissa. Pops.
Yeah,
totally pops.
The green ones during Christmas time too are like perfect.
Yeah.
Sienna, for you.
What are your favorite pair of custom ears that you make?
Ooh. Well, actually, one that I really like, but I'll never make again, is when me and my friends, we did the Halloween party a couple Halloweens ago, and we did a Toy Story theme. So for them, I made Buzz Lightyear and then the aliens, and then I had my Woody, which is another one of my favorites, which I don't have with me. But those Buzz Lightyear ones were really tedious. So they're my favorite ones to look at, but I would never list them in my shop. I don't think, because it just is a lot of work.
Sienna has a favorite custom ear that you made her, and those are her favorite.
Oh yeah, those are so cute.
These are, if you guys can just see that. I mean, look at that. For those of you that know, Sienna is obsessed with Winnie the Pooh. So when she went to Karin and said she wanted a custom pair, this is what Karin came up with. How adorable is that? Look at that. And then I love the sparkle on Pooh's face, the nose and the mouth and the eyes. And Anissa has her favorite pair of custom.
Karin kind of made these already, but these were sequin. I'm pretty sure they were.
Yeah.
And this had this red, I think, on the top too.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of wanted it cotton. And the bow was opposite. It was yellow and the red stripe.
Yeah.
Karin, we have a question right here for you. What ear, from Collect the Toys, what ears haven't you made that you want to?
Steamboat Willie. Like, I have it in my mind. I've made one with a fabric, but I want to make one similar to like my autographs. Remember the line I did with all the different characters? I have it in my head, but sometimes I just don't have the time to create what I want to create. So yeah, something like that. So it's themed Steamboat Willie because again, I love silver and I love black. So that would be ideal. So yeah, those are some really cute ones. Those were fun to make. And those are the other ones that were a lot of work.
Yeah.
So they're not always in my shop.
We got Goofy, we got Daisy, and then we got Pluto. Fun story really quick. When I took a picture with Pluto, he poked me in the eye with his whisker. Almost took my eye out, but did it for the gram. So it was fun. My favorite pair, not necessarily custom, but one of my favorite pairs because they're Cinderella that you made are these ones.
Oh yeah, those are
sparkle on that. These are
Yeah,
probably one of my favorites.
Yeah.
And then the number one pair of ears that I have that I've gotten the most feedback and comments, and please tell me where you got that, got stopped the most, are these ones.
Aww.
These are my AP ears, and for those who don't know, AP is for annual pass holder, and right here you can see that. Wait, it's backwards. Mickey's missing, but he's right here. Wait, I can't see. It's opposite on the camera. But yeah, these are probably another pair of my absolute favorite that I love. It just makes you feel a little exclusive when you're in the parks. So, I mean, you're paying for it, so you might as well have ears match, right? All right, so top selling ears that you would say. Do you have a top selling?
Well, the most popular from the moment I opened and was able to get this fabric, this is one of the versions, is the Doodle Park ears. I get these a ton, and this is one fabric because I've seen like other places vendors to get this fabric that's kind of like printed, because I've learned that a lot of fabrics you get, sometimes they're actually just like printed and the quality is awful. But this one I've always bought from the same seller, and it costs a little bit more, but it's a really good print. And but that one's really cute. I think they have more. This is more, I think, Disney World version, but I don't want to fix what's not broken. This one's really cute, and it just has all the different icons and things of Disney. So and you can do you can do any pastel color like yellows or aqua, pink, or you can do any bow. And what I usually will do too is those icons match the bow. So like I had to make sure there was wrong side that there's a bow. So if they had pink, I would make sure the teacups are on the ear, or so it's coordinating. So those are the details that I'm a little OCD about. That my mom laughs at me and says, "No one will notice that." But I noticed it. So.
About your shop also is that you allow so many different options. Like you allow people to choose the bows if they wanted to choose the bows. Like I know we've been well, I love this ear, but can I have it in a velvet bow versus a sequence bow or vice versa? And you're always so willing to do that. And and they always come out looking amazing no matter what. But I love that you're always willing to do that. And it totally changes the look of a pair of ears. And then you also have the detachable bow option as well, right?
The what? I'm sorry?
You also have detachable bow options for your ears, right?
Yeah, but I feel like I still haven't mastered that. I've done it, but I feel like it gets loose, and I just don't want a malfunction after it's out of my hands because I feel really bad. It's, I feel bad telling a customer, well, just glue this, and I hate that. It bothers me. I'd rather replace it. So I've kind of pulled it because I don't feel confident in that. So if I don't feel confident, I don't feel like it's quality, I will pull it, and and I'll have you guys test it out, which is great because I don't go to the parks as often, so I can only wear it for a couple hours and be like, oh yeah, it's great. but let it be worn day in, day out, thrown in the backpack, which I don't recommend, but people do. And if it doesn't stand up to that, I don't want it listed in my shop.
And a true test of that is that I remember one pair of ears. I told you the headband was different than the other headbands. When I was in the parks, my ears flew off. So I gave you that feedback, and you changed it like that, and then sent me a pair of ears. So she stands behind her work, and we love that about her. She's amazing, all about quality. So love that.
Yeah.
Not sure if I asked this already, but if I did, I apologize. But how long does it take you to make a single pair of ears?
It could, if I'm really focused. See, that's my thing. I like to make it enjoyable because it is a fun thing. It's a release for me, a time for me just to kind of unwind. Even though I let it be stressful because I, want to get a lot done, but that's just my personality. However, if I'm focused, I could whip out. If it's not a real detailed pair, I can do it in like 45 minutes. But if I'm like with friends on in the background or, TV shows, but if I just put on some gospel music and play music and focus on my ears, I'm an ear machine. I can get them out like a couple in like less than 2 hours, like hour and a half if I really try.
I feel like it would take me days. So that's pretty amazing. Really awesome. Did you want to show us
another pair I also really like is I love this print. I like that it's like,
oh yeah.
I remember you gave these to me in the parks, and I love these.
And it sticks out. So
yeah, I like those. Those are very unique.
Yeah.
Yes. I
don't think I've ever seen that pair again. Honestly.
I think I had them listed a little bit. I have a little bit of that fabric. I just bought a little bit to kind of play around with, but it's really cute.
I know, it's so cute. No, that is super cute. My favorite of your Christmas ears have to be, other than the velvet ones.
Velvet all the way.
But these two right here are probably my favorite to wear in the parks during Christmas time. They're eye-catching. You almost feel like, and I'm not just saying this to say this, but when we wear Karin's ears in the parks, we almost feel like celebrities because everybody likes and like, can I take a picture of your ears? Where did you get those? And it's just, I don't know, it just makes you feel good. Like, oh, yep, I got the best ears on. That's just how I feel anyway. So thank you for making me feel like a celebrity in the park.
Of course. That was my goal.
These are my favorite.
Oh, the green. Yeah. And they have a little detail in it. I like that.
Yeah. These are for sure my favorite.
And I was so happy about these because I literally have a shirt that looks exactly like this. And you wore it for your Christmas.
I did wear it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember.
Actually, the black one too is my favorite.
So that you guys can see what we're doing, where we're pulling from, let me just show you really quick.
Oh yeah, those are pretty.
These are my Disney ears, or our Disney ears.
Wow.
People always ask, how do you store your ears? These are actually glass cylinder vases that I buy like at Target or Walmart, not Target, I'm sorry, Ross or Marshalls, and even like Home Goods, just like these cylinder vases, and the ears fit perfectly around it.
Nice.
Two more that are like, I don't know, 2 feet, 3 feet tall that are also covered with like park ears. So, but other than park ears or ears,
oh yeah,
is now doing top knot headbands, which I am addicted to on a daily basis. And I could just be walking around the house, and we're constantly doing Zooms right now with our church. And this is my go-to thing because I'm not gonna lie, my hair ain't always done. So it's just easy to put a top knot on, and it's cute. And I've even got the middle of my Zoom, Cynthia, I love your headband, and then I get to advertise.
Yeah, I did those because I feel like I can't wear these to work, and so I like to always have something Disney, usually a shirt, jacket, whatever. And sometimes I want to wear something on my head, so I started doing those because I feel like, and especially actually now's a good time because since no one's unfortunately going to the parks because of our current situation. Those are something that you can wear day to day. And I I have to do more, I think, with those because I have a lot of fabrics that are not Disney that could just be day to day and has nothing to do with it. But it's hard because I love Disney. But
yeah,
definitely.
I feel you there. But I 100% agree. And I think you should, when you open your shop again, you need to make more of these because we still want, I mean, yeah, we're home or essential workers are working, but you still want to add that little bit of Disney in your day, and you don't want to be walking around with ears all day. I mean, some of us do, but I mean, these are the perfect little touch of Disney magic throughout the day. And
you could do Star Wars too, because that doesn't have to be Disney.
Yeah,
True.
So many options, so many different colors, fabrics. But yes, these need to become more of a. You got it, Karen.
Yeah.
Okay, so next question. Do you have a goal for your shop?
Just to keep it fun, because, you know, like I said, for me, it's enjoyable. It's a hobby as well. I mean, I surely didn't expect to, you know, to really have a base of customers, and I have a lot of really regular and return customers. That does me the most proud because I feel like if they're coming back, that means they're happy, and they're happy to come back. But my goal is just to be a part and to make people's Disney trips that much more special, more magical. And I love being a part of them. I've been, you've seen, I've done for a bridal party. They did a whole thing with all their wedding colors for their bachelorette or something for Disney trip. I did a bunch for like a first birthday for the whole family. All wore the same ears with the child's birthday on the ear. I've done for graduations, weddings, anniversaries. And it just makes me feel so special that they chose me to be a part of their special day. So that's just my goal, is to continue it. And like I said, to keep it fun. If I feel like it's becoming a burden or it's too stressful, and that sometimes could be why I close my shop, because I want it. I feel like it'll show in my ears if it's like not good. So, just want to make it fun and enjoyable.
See, that just shows how good of a person you are. I mean, you don't want to, I mean, it's one, self-care. We all need to stop and take care of ourselves. But the fact that you don't want to put a product out there that you don't 100% believe in because you may just be having a bad day that day or whatever, like that's huge. And not only, like I said, your ears are amazing and you love to buy them and they're gorgeous and to wear them, but when you meet the person behind the ears, and that's why we wanted to do this, is because we want the rest of you guys to know why we love Karin, why we love her ears. I mean, not only her ears amazing, but when you look at the person behind the ears, they instantly become your favorite ears because you're representing a person that you honestly and truly love. So we love you, Karin. We love you. We appreciate you. We care about you so much. You're not my friend. You're my sister. And I'm thankful that you've become that for me. And I love you like crazy. And I wish you all the success that comes your way because you deserve it. You honestly deserve it all. Any questions you guys want to add or that you have for Karin? No?
You tired of us yet?
Never. I miss you guys like crazy. So it's nice to see you.
She really is like family though. Like when we went to visit our family, like our actual blood family for Christmas. We like met up with Karin.
Mm-hmm.
She got us cookies. Those were such good cookies. Just sat with me for like 2 hours. I'm not gonna lie to you, Karin. I ate all of those cookies that night when we got to the room.
I'll have to make some more for sure. But now you guys will have to come to our new place, and then we'll have to have. We'll see. We'll see how everything goes, but definitely.
All over, and then there's no stopping us.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Is there anyone who is watching online right now that has a question for Karin? We'll give you the next couple of minutes if you do. If not, we'll be ending this soon. So now's your time to ask if anyone does have any questions.
Oh, I will show you another popular ear is the Jack ones.
Ooh,
these ones are like year long, so definitely at Halloween time. But the Jack and then with the Sally bow, this is one that usually is hot off the press when my shop is open, especially around Halloween time.
I love the bow.
Definitely year round.
I like that they're not just Jack or just Sally. I like that it's both.
Yeah. And I do have a Jack print, the suit print, so I can do a full Jack, but I like Jack and Sally.
What is your least favorite ear to make that people always order?
Oh, let me think. I think I took it off. Oh, I stopped making them, the Giants ones. No offense, nothing to do with the team, but I could not get the word like I did it the first time and I, saved the size. I thought I did, apparently I didn't, because I could just not get the size right on the ear. It didn't look, it was like asymmetrical and it bugged me. And yeah, so I took it down because I'm like not gonna, every time I'd have to make it, it was so stressful. So I stopped. I just probably have to figure out another way of making it, but until then, yeah, I stopped.
There we have it then. Go ahead and end it. Is there anything that you'd like to add or? And we have it. Oh, no question. No question. Just love that I can do custom with Karin. Thank you. I like to mix patterns, and she does amazing. Couldn't agree more, Brenda.
Yeah, Brenda is the sweetest. She's a big supporter of my shop, and she literally draws out designs and sends them to me. And I have to save the picture because my memory is shot. I can have a conversation with you and like a day or two later, like, oh, so did you get a chance? And I'm like, oh, I wish I wasn't so busy so I could, so I have to take screenshots of our conversations because she's very detailed, but I love her. Like, she's the sweetest. So I really appreciate Brenda, as many of my customers. So
right, that's got to be probably your favorite type of customer, right? Someone that's so detailed because you don't have to. Or do you prefer using your imagination and just creating what you want to create?
No, I appreciate the input because sometimes, what my thought and your thought are two different things. So to have a visual really helps. And it's like, at least it gives me a good start. And then her, especially with her, like we'll go back and forth. Because sometimes some of the things that she'll draw, I'll be like, I don't know if I can execute that. But then if I'm honest, because I don't want to promise something that I don't think I can actually do. We'll work back and forth together and usually come up with something that she's very happy with. And I feel happy giving it to her because I know. And there's certain little things that she has. So I'll share that, the little hidden Mickey on the back of the AP ears. She likes it on the front, on all her ears. So I always have to figure out a way to put a little hidden Mickey on the front. And actually I just shipped out of her order today. And she doesn't know where I put her hidden Mickey at, but it's somewhere. She'll find it because she never told me where she wanted it. But I know she likes it on the front, so she should be happy with that.
Yeah, so like these pair right here, real quick, that I absolutely love.
Yeah, those are great.
Asking you, can I have the Mickey on the back? And you were so kind to actually give me the Mickey, and I was able to put it on these.
Yeah, those are really sweet.
We have that option because wait.
The other side.
But yeah, I love that, and it's just so fun. Like Disneyland is one of the magical things about Disneyland is trying to find the hidden Mickeys, right? So when you have the Mickey on your head, it's fun. It's cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we will actually come to a close then. Are we good? Nothing you guys want to add? Nope. All right. Karin, where can people find you, especially once your shop opens?
It's Etsy.com/Disney Girl Ears, so DZNYGRLEARZ. And then on Instagram, it's DZNYGRL_EARZ. It'll be linked at the bottom of this podcast. So yeah, definitely come check me out. Follow me on Instagram. That'll give you the most updates as far as my shop status. It should be open. It shouldn't be closed much longer. I will let you know. I'm probably gonna do things a little different. I've been pretty just open, but I think I might start listing like I'm gonna list this particular ear or limit it a little bit more, and like that way there I can focus on one style and not worry about running out of this material or that material. I'll have X amount of material to make so many of this style ears. That's just a thought I'm having, along with more of the knots, definitely. So I think I'm going to run things a little different, but I will definitely be opening as soon as I can.
All right. Just to give you all a look, that's what her shop looks like, or her Instagram page looks like. So make sure you guys check that out. Make sure you follow her and stay tuned for when her shop opens so that you can hurry up and put your order in. Thank you, Karin, so much for joining us tonight. As always, we love you. We appreciate you. We had a great time talking to you. So we wish you the best. Stay happy. Stay healthy. We're praying for you always. You know that. We
Thank
love
you.
Dear. So thank you. Yes, thank
Love you. Thank you.
I love you too. Thank you so much for being more than just my reps or my customers. You're my friends, and I love you guys. You're my family.
Love you too.
Love
All right,
you.
everybody. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, and Spotify. For those of you watching on YouTube, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below. We are The Minnie Mice Show. Make sure you guys check us out at The Minnie Mice on all social media platforms. Until next time, be kind and spread some magic.
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
Oh,
Bye,
yeah.
everybody.
Bye.
Hey guys, it's Gary V. Be kind and spread some magic.